Folks, Kayla Farnham is everybody's favorite. Anybody that I talk to her about her has some story about how they saw her someplace at some, little dinner theater or something like that. Or, they were talking about the bread box earlier. And she just astounds audiences wherever she goes. And she's a wonderful, wonderful representative for Connecticut music. Please welcome your Connecticut State Troubadour, Kayla Farnham.
Thank you. She lit her last smoke through oil-stained hands, sitting on the curb at the traveler's station, next to a rusted truck propped up on off-road wheels. The last rain's mud fresh on the grill guard. She's made of wanderlust. She rolls like a storm, on and on across the burning road. American drifter. She took her last puff, stomped out the flame, shook her head as she sized me up. She had a weathered tan and a butch cut. I must have looked like a rookie to her, with my AAA card, a wagon on wheels, ponytail and a sunburn. She's made of wanderlust. She rose like a storm, on and on across the burning road. American drifter. 1,000 miles from home, I cursed the road for playing jokes. Then she walks up to me, box of tools and WD, tosses me a trucker hat, sunscreen and a cigarette, and she said, "You look a whole lot like a younger me. You're made of wanderlust. You'll roll like a storm, on and on across the burning road. You're made of wanderlust. You'll roll like a storm, on and on across the burning road. American drifter. American drifter. American drifter. American drifter. I lit my last smoke through oil-stained hands, sitting on the curb at the traveler's station. So there's a house in Key West, Florida, that was once inhabited by a famous author named Ernest Hemingway. I had the chance to visit the house a couple years ago for the first time. The incredible thing about this home is that Ernest Hemingway wrote 70% of his works there. He found such a special kind of inspiration in this space that he couldn't find anywhere else, that he swore he was going to come back there in his afterlife. My personal favorite thing about this home is that the first thing you'll notice when you walk in is there's about 50 cats scattered about the property. They're all relatives of the original six-toed Hemingway cat, who was supposedly good luck for fishermen. A few blocks down from mile zero, in a sun-washed fishing town, above the tangled roots of the banyan trees where the six-toed cats abound, there's a house built of native stone and pilgrim spirit's heart. 16 feet above the sea, where Ernest's heart poured out. If you build it, they will come. It takes one part stone, two pilgrim heart. Honey, you can start nothing till the foundation's laid down. If you build it from the ground up, the rest will come. There's a clarity in paradise, and this house was made to hold it. Amid these coral limestone walls excavated from the island, there's something about a home that's built from the groundwork up. They say the builder never really leaves, their spirit lingers on. If you build it, they will come. It takes one part stone, two pilgrim heart. Honey, you can start nothing till the foundation's laid down. If you build it from the ground up, the rest will come. Last night I saw Hemingway's ghost step out on the balcony. I guess once a home finds you, it keeps a piece of you inside it. If you build it, they will come. It takes one part stone, two pilgrim heart. Honey, you can start nothing till the foundation's laid down. If you build it from the ground up, if you build it from the ground up, if you build it from the ground up, the rest will come. So I'm currently serving as the Connecticut State Troubadour, which is a program that's been running since about the early 90s, late 80s. And it's a program dedicated to promoting cultural literacy in the state of Connecticut through music, through songwriting. So I decided to take this opportunity as a chance to write a series of songs inspired by Connecticut trailblazers. This one is a true story. It's called David. David sat across from me one cold November afternoon. The look in his eye carried me to a place that he once knew. Daddy left when he was 4 months old. Hasn't seen him since then, maybe when he's older. Lived in a shelter, Mama worked a 15-hour day, so they wouldn't take her only baby away. Everywhere they moved, he was the new kid at school. The bullies and the brutes, they all made sure that he knew that Mama tried to help. Worse when the bruises showed up darker the next day. So David learned to smile and say, Mama, I'm okay. David was a smart kid, he knew he had to do something one day. He rallied up all the other bullied ones, said there's strength in numbers and together we can fight this. And they did. Nobody's bothered those kids since. That's how David learned to fight for justice. David joined the army out of high school. They taught him duty, honor, service, sacrifice. He painted crimson X's on the houses, counted up the casualties. Now there's things he saw that he just can't unsee. I know it hurts when he closes his eyes, reliving the times he had to fight for his life. If there's nothing I can say to take the nightmares away, I'll be here on the other side to prove there's life beyond these old bruises. David sat across from me one cold November afternoon. He opened up his eyes and he came to, and he said, sometimes it's gonna hurt when you close your eyes, reliving the times we had to fight for our lives. If there's nothing we can do but to see each other through, I'll be here on the other side to prove there's life beyond these old bruises, life beyond these old bruises. So open up your eyes, 'cause you are home. In 1852, Harriet Beecher Stowe had a book published called Uncle Tom's Cabin. Hand to pen, pen to ink, day by day, story to page, word by word. A girl can change the world. A pen becomes a sword, and the girl becomes a voice. '36, Cincinnati riots, bloodshed on the street. I tended to the wounded, listened to their stories. Stories of mothers losing children, of children sold away, of plantation workers toiling, beaten to their knees. I was too small to do a thing. What could I do but wield my pen and try? Hand to pen, pen to ink, day by day, story to page, word by word. A girl can change the world. A pen becomes a sword, and the girl becomes a voice. They say I am the most cussed. They say I am the most discussed author of my time. The little girl that wrote the book that started this great war, this great divide. I was too smart to do a thing. What could I do but wield my pen and try? story to page, word by word. A girl can change the world, a pen becomes a sword, and the girl becomes a voice. Thank you. This one's inspired by the story of Little Red Riding Hood, but it's got a little twist to it. It's called My Kind of Fairy Tale. Little girl in a big red coat, with a basket of bread in the woods all alone. What will you do when he catches your scent, Miss fearless and trusting and heaven sent? Mama warned you to stay on the path in the big dark woods. You gotta watch your back. They'll say when he catches you that it's all your fault. Pretty little girls like you shouldn't walk alone. And she laughs as she says to me, no big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. I go where I please. No big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. That's my kind of fairy tale. She don't need a savior, she's got this herself. Underneath a bigger red coat is a little black belt. Underneath the bread and the butter and the fruit is a switchblade at the ready. And she laughs as she says to me, no big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. I go where I please. No big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. I see her walking out like it ain't nothing. Everybody wants a taste of her confidence. Singing, no big bad wolf, no big bad wolf. No big bad wolf, no big bad wolf. Ooh, no big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. I go where I please. No big bad wolf, no big bad wolf is gonna get me. That's my kind of fairy tale. That's my kind of fairy tale. Thank you. Oh, Elijah, he's a man on the run. No Lord knows what he's been running from. Said he had a ticket to Redemption City. He was just a little late to the gate at the train station. And now I see him racing to the end of the tracks with the wind in his hair and the monsters at his back. What he's looking for, I hope he finds it. Oh, Elijah, you're a heart of gold. They just don't realize. They say he's wild as the rising sun, shooting over horizon after horizon. They say he's a straight shot bird, no chaser. And I'm a whiskey shooting gambler for his love. So if you see him racing to the end of the tracks with the fire in his eyes and the storm at his back, would you tell him he's always on my mind? Oh, Elijah, you're a heart of gold in my eyes. Oh, Elijah, Elijah, oh, Elijah, Elijah. He's only loved a woman by the light of the moon, when his scent is fresh upon his skin. That's when he's gonna get running. I'm gonna take me on a run for my money. If love is a marathon, I don't wanna quit too soon. I got my ticket to the sky, and I'm calling shotgun when Elijah comes flying by. One day I'm gonna meet him at the end of the tracks with the mud in my hair and all hell on my back. He's gonna wonder, how'd you find me? Whoa, Elijah. Takes one to know one. That's how I always knew I'd find you down the line. Oh, Elijah, Elijah, oh, Elijah, Elijah. Well, thank you all so much for listening. It's such a treat to play here. I came here the first time several weeks ago for the Pass the Guitar event, and it's just such a beautiful space for music, and a beautiful space for community. So I'm so glad that we're all here together. Thank you, Frank, for inviting me. And that was a wonderful first song by Al. And I'm really looking forward to hearing Greg Greenway, who is just a phenomenal songwriter and singer and a beautiful human being who writes with a purpose. So there's a lot to look forward to tonight. This one's inspired by a trailblazer you might know. Her name is Ruth Bader Ginsburg. University, 1950. I was a first-year woman in a class of 500 men. At the so-called welcome dinner, the dean asked me to stand up, asked me what was I doing taking a seat that could belong to a man. And I was a girl, I kept up with the boys, jumping from rooftop to rooftop. I run head to head with every man, not because I'm different, but because every woman can. Some call me a good witch, some call me a bad witch, some call me some call me a queen, I call it as I see it, call out for equality. Mama said, whatever you do, be a lady, be independent, be able to fend for yourself. I ask no favor for my gender. All I ask of my brethren is that they keep their feet off my neck. Some call me a good witch, some call me a bad witch, some call me a monster, some call me a queen. I call it as I see it, call out for equality. There will be no second-class citizen. Together we will rise up and fight with a quiet confidence. Some call me a good witch, some call me a bad witch, some call me a monster, some call me a queen. I call it as I see it, call out for equality. Equality. Thank you so much.
Folks, that's Kayla Farnham right there.